Hey everybody, welcome to a 30-minute beginner's workout for the Bowflex. Now, this workout here I'm going to do on a PR1000, but it can be done on a Blaze, XTL, Classic, Home Gym, pretty much any Bowflex where your bench lies flat like this. So we're going to do 30 sets of work today. Each set's going to be 1 minute long. We're going to do intervals of 30 seconds of work, followed by 30 seconds of rest, and we're going to use this clock right behind me to count it all down. So if 30 minutes of work sounds pretty intimidating to you, or maybe you're just getting into strength training, please start out with my beginners 20-minute videos that are linked below and also right up here. Now today's workout, we're going to have 3 different 1-minute breaks. We're not really going to be adjusting weight or the cables or anything like that through them. The breaks are just to kind of catch your breath. The final set of today's workout, we are going to make a small weight adjustment, but other than that, everything is going to be through this bottom set of cables and this set of pulleys here. So before we get started though, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, or you can just say thanks for this video by giving it a like. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up, and then we're going to jump right into our routine. All right, let's get started with some high knees. And so what we're going to do is just bring our knees up to our hands here, and we're going to do this for 1 minute. So you just want to warm up, get the blood flowing throughout your body, and then we're going to do some stretching after we do this for a minute here. Now the warm up and stretch for your workout is incredibly important. First thing is, you don't want to get injured by starting your workout or doing your workout with a cold body. You are more likely to pull a muscle or to hurt yourself. So that's why we're warming up and stretching. Another reason too though is by being loose and stretched out, you're going to have a better workout. So just keep those high knees going. If you want to, you can do a little adjustment. Imagine you're pulling a bar down your knees. This is another variant of that. So we're almost through our first minute here. We're going to switch to torso twist. So for a torso twist, you're just going to put your hands together, and then you're just going to rotate your body back and forth here. Just another 5 seconds. Loosen up your core and your lower back. There we go. So next, we're just going to reach down and touch our toes. And you can bend your knees a little bit if that's what you need to do. All right, from there, we're going to then extend into a plank position. So just walk your hands out. So not a full plank, kind of a half plank here. And then you're going to raise your feet to stretch out your calves. All right, so then walk right back up. All right, so next we're going to do some arm circles. We're just going to spin our arms. We're just slowly going to make those circles just a little bit bigger until they're about as large as you can get them. And then we're going to spin the other direction and now bring them back and gradually make those smaller. All right, nice. So after that, we're going to do some elbow pulls. So an elbow pull is you're going to grab your elbow with one arm and then pull it across your body. You could either do this or you can do it over your head like this. Switch arms. And up next, we are going to do saucer. So for a saucer, you're going to imagine your nose is on a spiral and you're slowly going to extend the circle that your nose is making. Until it's as big of a circle as you can make. And then stop and spin the other direction and slowly bring your nose back to the center. All right, and then here we are, 10 seconds left. Just shake it out, loosen yourself up, and we're gonna be getting right into our routine here. So all of our exercises, we're gonna try to have one consistent weight setting. So for my weight setting, I'm gonna be using 80 pounds. I recommend people start out with either 30 or 50 pounds though. I've been Bowflexing for quite a while. So I'm gonna be racking up 80 pounds on mine. But again, I would recommend either 30 or 50 pounds, depending on where you're at. Now, our next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove our bench here. And I'm gonna slide my seat all the way back here. And our first exercise is gonna be called squat to shoulder press. So I'm gonna sit down on the bench here, and I'm gonna grab my handles, bring them up to my shoulders. I'm gonna stand up, and then I'm gonna press. So stand, and then press. Now, I kind of like doing 2 stands in a row, and then 2 presses in a row. And so when you're pressing, just try to go straight up towards the ceiling. And when you stand up, you keep those weights at your shoulders. So if you got a couple seconds behind on this first exercise, I was a little behind on showing it to you. That's okay. We've got 30 more or 29 more exercises to go. You can make it up there. So we're gonna do another squat to shoulder press here. So again, I'm gonna be standing up twice in a row. Now, I've got my feet kind of a little bit more than shoulder width apart as I stand twice and then press twice. So stand, press, and press. Now try to be nice and controlled through all this. You don't want to be wobbling around too much or throwing your back into this. And that's a key thing for strength training is if you're, putting any momentum or throwing your back into something, that's a sign that you probably have too much weight on your handles and then you need to bring it down. So next, we're going to do a calf raise here. And for a calf raise, I'm going to bring the handles up to my shoulders here. I'm going to be facing the tower. And then I'm just going to go right up on my tippy toes. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. And we are halfway through our first set of calf raises. Calf raises get real tough near the end, but keep pushing. You can do this. All right, so we're going to do another calf raise up next here. So kind of shake it out. Get the blood flowing. All right, so again, when the clock hits 0, join me, but I'm gonna get started a bit early. I'm gonna do a curl, so I have the handles at my shoulders, facing the tower, pretty close to it. I'm just going on my tippy toes. If you need to, exhale when you're at the top, and then inhale as you let yourself down. And for a little more challenge, hold it on your toes for just a second or so, and then release. All right, so we're going to go back to a similar lift to our first one, which was a squat to shoulder press. This one's going to be squat to chest press. So we're going to do the exact same motion here where we stand up with the handles at our shoulders. We're going to stand, but instead of pressing straight up, we're going to press out. And it might be easier if you put your hands over the handles and you press out this way. So stand, stand, press, press. It is definitely easier with your hands over the handles for chest press. You're just pressing straight out. Try to move your hands straight in line with the ground when you do chest press. So, all right, so another little break here. We're gonna do one more set of these squats to chest press, and we're gonna do a little bicep curls right after that. So, got 15 seconds here. So again, you're gonna hands over the handles, brought up to your shoulders. And you're gonna stand, stand, press, and press. Now let's go, team. Press and press. Now, when you're doing this, you can exhale as you're standing, and then also exhale as you're pressing out. All right. I hope everybody's still with me here. Those first couple lifts are a little complicated. From here, things are going to get a little bit easier. I like starting things off with your legs sometimes to get that blood flowing and yourself loose. So our next lift, though, bicep curls. We're going to be standing facing the tower. Grab your handles, and then you're just going to pull them right up towards your shoulders. Now this is another, don't put your back into it. Stand straight up and down, or nice and tall, as you curl the weights up towards your shoulders. Now, if you need a little more resistance, you can step back a bit and then do your curls. Less resistance, get closer to the tower. Now, I should have mentioned earlier, though, if you need to adjust the resistance, because we are working different muscle groups, feel free to adjust as needed. I would only probably adjust maybe 10 or 20 pounds at a time. Most of these are kind of a good, consistent weight setting for all the different muscle groups. And a lot of times you can adjust the resistance just by getting a little closer or a little further away from the machine. So here we go, another set of bicep curls. Let's go, everybody. We're almost to our first break here. We're gonna do one more set of bicep curls after this, and then we're on break. All right. So we have one more set of bicep curls here. Stay loose, shrug those shoulders, get the blood flowing. And we're gonna do this last set of bicep curls, and then we got break time. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. Come on, curl, curl, curl. Now this full body routine, I'm kind of going to be designing it with a companion workout. That's going to be another 30-minute full body routine. It's going to be different exercises though. And the thought is, if you only have 2 days a week for strength training, and this is at the right level, these would be 2 workouts that you could kind of, bounce back and forth with. So this is workout number 1 for the 30-minute full body. And I'll be posting workout 2 pretty soon. So we've got our halftime here. You can grab a drink of water, and we're also going to be adjusting our seat here. So you're going to want to lock your seat in and then put your bench back together. Now we have another 30 seconds here after this. And our next lift then, it's gonna start when this hits 0, is be the one arm chest fly. And for this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the handle that you're facing away from the machine, and then you're just gonna pull the handle right towards the middle of your chest. So you can see I'm pulling the handle probably about 1.5 feet here across my body. And you can pretty much do anything with this hand. I kind of like keeping this hand on my chest here, and you can really feel it kind of contract as you pull the weight across here. So, all right. So don't worry if that felt a little weird. We're going to do that on the other side, and then we're going to come back and do both sides again. So we're going to do 4 of these one arm chest flies. So I'm going to spin around, and again I'm going to grab the handle, and then I'm going to be pulling it to the center of my body. Now one thing that can be helpful too is if you kind of put your foot against the foot of the Bowflex, that can give you a nice little bit of leverage as you pull the weight across. And again, I like kind of have my opposite hand somewhere on my chest as I can really feel the contraction there. It's a good sign you know it's hitting the right spot. This shouldn't be hitting your shoulders. It should be hitting your chest and your biceps, just a little bit your biceps. 5 more seconds. All right, nice, nice, nice. So again, we're gonna do one more single arm chest fly both sides, and then we're gonna switch into another exercise after that. So keep yourself loose. Again, I'm gonna grab this handle here. I got my foot against the foot of the Bowflex, and then I'm gonna be pulling this handle halfway across my chest. Exhale as you pull the handle. Focus on sitting up nice and tall. Almost there. All right. So let's spin around, and we're going to be doing our other side again. I believe this is our last chest exercise here of the day. Sit up nice and tall, grab your handle, and then you're going to go again to the middle of your chest. And again, you should be feeling this in your chest and then also your biceps a little bit. You shouldn't be feeling it up in your shoulders. If you're feeling it in your shoulders, probably have the handle a little bit lower, a little closer to your knees. All right. So we're going to stick with the kind of the twisting motion here, and our next lift is going to be called the torso twist. So for the torso twist, you're going to grab the opposite handle from you. So I'm grabbing kind of the furthest handle away, and then I'm going to put my knees kind of gently touching the leg extension. And so I've got both hands now on my handle, and then I'm going to pull the handle across my body here. And as I do this, I should feel a contraction. I need to focus on pulling it with my midsection, with my abs. Just again, if you're feeling it in your shoulders, and this time if you feel it in your biceps, you're not hitting the right spot. It should almost feel like you're holding your breath or something as you pull the weight across. All right, so I'm going to switch sides, as you should too, and we're going to do this twice on each side. So we'll get back to the other side again. Oh, another thing too, focus on, or just look straight out ahead. Don't follow your thumbs or look back at the machine or the pulleys. You just want to look dead ahead here. So I'm looking right at the clock. Here we go, 28 seconds, crew. Let's go. Ten seconds. Let's go, everybody. All right. One more set of torso twists on both sides. Let's stay loose. And one knee is going to be touching your leg extension. You're going to be facing straight out, but first grab the furthest away handle, and then you're going to, the exercise, you pull it to kind of your front knee or halfway across your body here. And again, if you're feeling this really heavily in your arms, you want to really focus on contracting your core, your abs. Again, that should kind of feel a little bit like you're holding your breath, or not exactly the same thing, but it's kind of a similar sensation. So we're just spinning around, and we got one more set of torso twists to go here. All right, everybody, got 5 seconds, and we'll be twisting. You should exhale as you're pulling the handle across your body. And you can almost kind of actually exaggerate the twist with your right shoulder. So I'm letting my shoulder almost go underneath my chin as I pull it across my body. All right, so next we are going to do some lying tricep extensions. So you can put your legs over your leg extension if you want. It's okay either way though, or you can just have them on the ground here. And for this, we're going to grab our handles while we're lying flat here. And we're going to start by bringing them all the way down to our hips. And then from there, we're going to keep our elbows at our waist, turn them 90 degrees, and then kick them down. So we should only be letting our hands get to the point where they're kind of pointing right up at the ceiling, and then we're going to flare them down, back down to our hips. Three more seconds. All right, so we're going to do 2 more sets of this, and then we're going to have another break here. So stay loose. And if you're having a hard time keeping up, need to show the exercise just a little sooner here. Sorry about that. So again, you're going to have your hands point towards the ceiling and then kick them down so they touch your hips. And then just repeat. So I like thinking that my elbow is kind of the center of a circle. And I'm trying to keep my elbow locked in place. And then I'm only rotating my hands about 90 degrees. So I guess it'd be from the 9 to the 12 position, back and forth. All right. 25 more seconds. One more set of triceps, and then we got a break here. So keep with it, everybody. All right, let's go. So hands to your hips, point to the sky, and then repeat. Keep that elbow locked in place. Exhale as you flare that elbow down. You got 5 more seconds, come on. All right, so we've got this 30 seconds plus another 30 seconds. Grab yourself some water. You are 20 sets in and a warm-up done. You're almost there. You got 10 more sets to go. You can do this. All right, so we're gonna have another 30 seconds after this. And so our first lift is gonna be really similar to what we were just doing. And this one, I really do recommend putting your legs over the leg extensions. And you can even loop them through here if that helps you. And this one's gonna be called the lat pull down to crunch. So from this, you're gonna keep your arms outstretched, and then you're gonna pull it down, and then you're gonna go up for a little crunch here. So actually, it's more of a fluid motion, sorry. So you wanna, as you move your arms down towards your hips, then you wanna lift those shoulders up and do a nice little crunch here. So again, you're keeping your arms outstretched, bring them down to your hips as you raise your head and your shoulders off the bench. All right, so we're gonna be doing 2 more of those, and this is the pull down to crunch motion here. So again, you're gonna keep those arms outstretched, and as you pull them down, bring your head up. Think of it almost as one continuous movement here. All right, let's go, everybody. 25 seconds on this set. Ten more seconds. Do you feel it in your abs? Because I do. Whew, all right. One break here. And then we got this last set of pull downs to crunch. All right, 10 more seconds of rest. We'll be doing our final set of pull downs to crunch. Here we go, let's go, everybody. This is your 23rd set of the day. You are getting so close. All right, next we are going to be doing a seated row. Now I really like the seated row on this machine, and for this you're going to be facing the tower. Grab your handles and you're going to slide all the way back. So you can either have kind of your butt up against the leg extension, or you can be sitting on it, and then you're going to pull the handles back towards your shoulders, just like this. We're just going to repeat this here for 30 seconds. Now there's two different grips, and I'm going to encourage you to do what feels comfortable to you. There's the flat grip, and that's what I'm doing right now. Again, as you pull in, that's when you exhale. The other grip is turn 90 degrees, and this is called the hammer grip. You can use this, either works. All right. Now it took me a really long time to figure out why it's called the hammer grip, and that's because it's like holding a hammer where you're nailing something into the wall. So the hammer grip is like holding a hammer, or else you got the normal flat grip. So, little weightlifting fun fact for you there. All right, we're gonna be rowing here again. Here we go, 30 seconds, everybody. Keep that row going. Exhale as you're pulling that weight in towards you. Bring it in right towards your chest or your shoulders. Focus on your form. All right. We're going to do one more set of rows. We got another break. And then we're going to do some standing hip extensions. So, 15 seconds though. Let's focus on getting this next set of rows over with. Here we go. In 5 seconds, we'll start rowing, everybody. And if you've been using the flat grip up until this point, you know what? Let's change it up. I want you to change your grip to the hammer grip, or vice versa. I've been using the flat grip. Let's hold some hammers though. 5 more seconds, let's go. All right, whoa. Try not to throw your handle back at your machine. You're gonna have a minute here though. Got a little sweat going here, just slid right out of my hands. All right, so you're gonna wanna adjust your weight setting a little bit here, I think. So like I said, I have 80 pounds racked up right now. I'm gonna drop it to 50 pounds. If you have 50, I'd recommend going 30. And if you have 30, you might wanna go down to 20. So probably drop 20 or maybe 10 pounds. And for this lift, it's gonna be this, we're gonna use the handle where we put it through our foot here, just like this, and then you're gonna stand up and you're gonna do a extension here. So you're gonna bring your leg all the way out as far as you can go. Now we drop the weight because this is not an easy exercise to do. And you can kind of hold on to the tower here for a bit more balance. I kind of need to do that. And you can also slide away from the machine a bit for a little more resistance. Now, hips, at least for men, a lot of them don't work out their hips, but I'm telling you, you're gonna be feeling it here. Now the ladies, they like to work out their hips. This is a good exercise for you, but for men, hips are underrated. Now we're gonna switch sides here. And again, you're gonna then kick your hip out wide. Hopefully you can see that okay. But anyways, I was saying, for men, hips are underrated because having loose and strong hips is good for your stride. So if you're a runner, that could possibly help you, reach a little further, or if you play sports, maybe possibly jump a little higher. That's more of your quads and your calves though. but having loose hips really helps out with that. All right, so let's spin around, and we're gonna do one more hip extension on both sides. So slide your foot into the handle. And again, you're gonna wanna maybe balance against the tower here, and then we're just gonna kick our hip out. Try to be nice and controlled as you bring it back towards your body. We're almost there, 10 more seconds on this side. Nice and controlled motion. All right, one more lift here. Switch it over to the other side. Careful stepping over the machine. I'm telling you, these hip exercises are a lot tougher than they look. And they're a really good muscle to work out. I don't get it when I used to go to the gym. All right, let's go, everybody. I only would see ladies on the hip machine. I don't know, guys, where you at? But the ladies know what's up here. We got 15 seconds left. And this is your final set. Push yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we've done it. We have done it. A 30-minute routine in the books. I can barely step over this machine because of that last hip exercise. But what you need to do is you need to rack up your weights when you're done here. At least remove your power rods from tension. If you don't do that, your power rods are gonna lose tension. They're gonna lose tension and wear out faster. Now, I like wrapping mine up with a bungee cord. You can use Velcro, or there's a lot of different devices you can use that help keep your rods straight up and down, and that will help with keeping their life longer. So, way to go on finishing this workout. Give yourself a like for finishing this workout. Give it a like. This is a tough workout today, and I hope you come back for more videos on the channel. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.